There's a house on the edge of Merritt Hill, where the trees lean too close, and the wind sounds like whispering. Most folks in the village keep their distance from it. Not out of fear exactly, but something deeper. Instinct. Like how animals sense a storm before it comes. When I was younger, I thought the stories were nonsense. They said an old widow lived there. She never spoke. Her face always turned toward the window, watching the road. Others claimed she died long ago. And what remained was just her echo. I didn't believe any of it. That was before the autumn I spent as a guest in the Holloway home. My name is Thomas Earnley. I was 25 that year, freshly let go from a clerk's job in the city, and craving silence, distance. My aunt, Lydia Holloway, offered her guest room without hesitation. "It's a lonely house," she said, "but you might find comfort in the quiet." I remembered her as kind, but distant. She always watched people like she was somewhere else entirely. The house matched the stories. Tall, narrow, paint flaked like old skin. The roof sloped steep like a witch's hat. And the moment I stepped inside, the air changed. Not cold, just still. Still in a way that made your ears ring, like the house had swallowed all the sound. Aunt Lydia greeted me in the hallway. She smiled faintly. "You've grown," she said. "You have your father's shoulders." She showed me the guest room. Small, clean, quiet. "Don't go into the east wing," she said. "The floor's unstable." But her voice was tight. Her eyes didn't meet mine. That night I tried to sleep. The candle flickered low. Shadows danced. And then I heard it. In the walls, breathing, slow, deliberate. Not mice, not wind, breathing. In the morning, I told myself it was just the quiet playing tricks. Too much silence can do that. Aunt Lydia made porridge. Her hands trembled. "Do you still paint?" she asked. I shook my head. "There are old canvases in the attic," she said. "Oils, too. You might enjoy it again." Strange. She never encouraged it before. Still, I thanked her. Later that day, I climbed to the attic. Dust blanketed the steps. The door creaked open. Inside, no cracked windows, old trunks, and blank canvases. I lifted one. On the back, written in dry black ink, "He's in the walls." Aunt Lydia's handwriting. I didn't say anything, but I watched her closely. Her hands, her eyes, always shifting to the corners of the room. That night I heard it again. The breathing. Closer. I lit a candle. Stepped barefoot onto the wood floor. Pressed my ear to the wall. Inhale, exhale, inhale. I followed it to the corner. The wood was damp. A thin draft slipped through a crack. The house was breathing. I confronted her. "There's something in the walls," I said. "Something alive." She didn't argue. "It came when your uncle died," she whispered. "At first I thought it was the pipes, or the wind. But then it learned my name." "Then why stay?" I asked. She looked at me. "If I leave, it follows." I tried to ignore it. I painted to distract myself. At first just shapes, swirls. But soon, faces, pale eyes, long mouths, watching. I didn't remember painting them. One morning, a note appeared beside the easel. "He likes when you paint." That night I waited, candle in hand. Midnight came. The room cooled. And then a panel shifted. A thin crack opened in the floorboards, no wider than a thumb. A breeze spilled out, and a voice followed. "Thomas." I dropped the candle. The flame went out. The next morning I tried to leave. The door wouldn't open. I turned the handle until my hands ached. The windows were nailed shut. Even the cellar was sealed. And in the hallway, a painting. One I hadn't made. A tall man. No face. Long limbs, and his head tilted. Listening. a single finger to his lips. Shh. Aunt Lydia was gone. Her room untouched, the candle full, the bed still made, but on the wall, scrawled in charcoal, "He is pleased." After that, time broke. Some days had light, others only dark. I painted. Always painted. At night, the breathing grew louder. Sometimes I saw him in the corners, still, silent, watching. One night, the east wing door stood open. I stepped inside. A round room, stone walls, one candle, and the wall peeled open. Not wood, not plaster, blackness. And from within, it leaned forward, pale, faceless, tall. It had no mouth, but it spoke. "Stay." I ran. I don't know how I escaped. The front door was open, the road clear. I walked until I reached the village. They said the Holloway house burned 10 years ago. That Lydia was never found. That the east wing had collapsed long before. No house, no attic, no paintings. Just ash. Now, I live far from Merritt Hill. I keep no brushes. No canvas. But sometimes, before sleep, I hear it. Inhale. Exhale. Thomas. And in the morning, there's a canvas by my bed, still wet. A man with no face, listening.